I say a lot of dumb stuff. I try to keep it in front of large groups. Seems to go better that way.
Nate Bargatze, Big Dumb Eyes World Tour in Trust Bank Arena, Sunday, September 14th. Tickets available at selectaseat.com.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. I don't know if you knew this, but anyone can get the same premium wireless for $50.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Inman Teuton broadcast, and we are going to have the national anthem sung by Addison Weedle. Welcome back to Inman High School for tonight's sub-state game featuring the Berean Warriors and the Inman Teutons. Tonight's starting lineups for the Warriors are number 1, Taylor Balzer. Sorry, Brett, this needs to go way down. So does this. Number 1, Taylor Balzer. Number 5, Ellie Beverlin. Number 11, Fiona Morgan. Number 21, Aubrey Enzi. And number 25, Adrene Mullins. Your starting lineups for the Teutons is number 11, Taylor Fraze. Number 14, Rainey Eddy. Number 15, Ellie Timish. Number 23, Morgan Fraze. And number 34, Sutton Harris. We will be right back when the starters are done being announced. And we are back. Tipping tonight for the Lady Teutons is Sutton Harris, and for the Warriors is number 11, Morgan. The Teutons win the tip back to Timish. Timish now with the ball, looking, passes to Harris at the high post. Harris over to Fraze. Fraze now back out to Fraze for 3, no good. Rebound, number 21, Enzi. Enzi passes to Balzer.
Balzer takes it across the half-court line, passes it over to Enzi, who will drive down the right side and pass over to Beverlin, who will stand and pass it over to Morgan.
Morgan now with the ball, driving, loses it, picked up by Fraze as she is called out of bounds. It'll be Warrior ball, with number 5, Beverlin, set to inbound for the Warriors. She does so, passes in to Enzi, who passes over to Balzer. Balzer now in the hands of Mullins. Mullins passes over to Morgan. Morgan now with Enzi, Enzi to Balzer for 3, no good.
Rebound will go out of bounds, and they'll stay with the Lady Warriors. Passing in, we have Balzer. She's looking, and she will go over to Mullins. Will drive and lose the basketball as it's poked out of bounds. It'll be Inman basketball.
Now inbounding for the Teutons is Eddy. Eddy inbounds to Timish. Timish crosses half court, now looking, finds Fraze. Fraze needing help. Passes over to Timish. Timish nearly loses it, picks it back up, passes over to Harris. Harris now down low with Fraze, no good. Rebound Morgan, who passes over to Balzer.
Balzer crosses the half-court line, will pass over to Enzi. Enzi attempting to go down low, ends up going with Morgan Fraze, who will pass it off to Harris, who goes to Taylor Fraze down the court. She gets stopped in the right corner, and the ball will go out of bounds. Berean basketball. Still scoreless.
Mullins inbounds to Balzer. Balzer passes down to Morgan. Morgan now passes back to Balzer, who passes in the corner with Beverlin, now with Balzer once again. Balzer over to Enzi. Enzi now with Morgan. Morgan wanting to drive, passes over to Balzer, now in the hands of Beverlin for 3. It's no good.
Eddy gets the rebound and will pass off to Timish. will take it to the other side of the court. Pass back to Eddie. He's looking for somebody, finds Harris on the left-hand side. Now she's looking for a pass, goes out to Taylor Fraze, who goes into Morgan Fraze at the high post. She'll drive and pass out to Eddie, who goes up for three. It's no good. It'll go out of bounds off the hands of the Lady Warriors. Coming in for that, Lady Warriors, we have Emma Thiessen, number 0. And that'll be in the place of Enzi. Taylor Fraze goes to Harris. Now with Morgan Fraze.
Morgan Fraze down low to the other Fraze, now in the hands of Timish. Timish pass swatted and will be picked up by Harris. Harris will be fouled on the play by number 5. Number 5, Beverlyn. That is her first personal, first team foul of the quarter. Ball inbounded to Timish. Working around the arc, passes to Harris. Harris wanted to run the play, but passes up to the top of the key instead. Now in the corner with Eddie to Fraze to Harris.
And now we have Morgan Fraze. Passes out to Timish for a 3. It's no good. The rebound, we have Mullins. But it'll go out of bounds, so it'll stay with the Lady Teutons. Passing it in for the Lady Teutons. We'll have number 11, Taylor Fraze. She receives the ball from the official and is looking for someone to pass it into. Goes to Harris. Harris over to Eddie. Eddie over to Harris. Harris standing on the right-hand side, looking for a pass. Instead chooses to dribble and pass to Morgan Fraze, who will drive and go up for 2, and it's good. The first score of the night for Morgan Fraze will be 2 points. Balzer passes over to Mullins. Mullins over to Morgan. Still yet to cross the half-court line, passes over to Balzer. Bit of a miscommunication, and the ball will go out of bounds. It'll be Inman basketball, with Nichols checking in for the Lady Teutons. That'll be in the place of Morgan Fraze.
Eddie inbounding the ball.
We have Aubrey Smith, number 23, checking in place of Mullins.
Timish now with the ball. Quickly picked up by Beverlyn. Pass swatted away, intercepted by the Warriors. Now in the hands of Thiessen, over to Balzer. Balzer passes over to Morgan, now with Smith. Smith in the corner, Thiessen for 3, it's good.
Harris with the basketball. Passes over to Eddie. Eddie looking for someone. Goes to Timish. Timish back to Eddie. Eddie looking for a pass. Unable to find one so far. Instead chooses to dribble. Now we'll pass over to Timish. Timish will drive. Goes up for 2. It's no good. Rebound Nichols. Her putback is no good. Rebound Morgan. We'll pass out to Balzer. We'll hurry to the other side of the court. Drives. Loses the basketball. It's into the hands of Eddie, who will pass over to Timish. Timish hustles over, passes to, well, it was intended for Nichols, I believe, but it was taken by Smith, who goes up for a layup. It's no good. Rebound Morgan. Her putback is no good, but she was fouled. That'll be the first Teuton foul, and it will be coming against Nichols, her first personal. We have a 30-second timeout from the Lady Teutons.
We will be right back. And we are back.
Morgan receives the ball for her first free throw.
It is up and good.
2-point lead now for the Lady Warriors.
Her second is up and good as well.
Checking in, we have Mullins, and that'll be in the place of Morgan. Eddie receives the inbound. Passes over to Parsons. We'll go to Harris. Harris looking to find somebody. Passes out to Parsons. Who goes over to Nichols. Nichols driving. Passes out to Eddie. Who goes over to Harris. Harris driving. Goes up for two. It's good, and she was fouled. Harris now has a chance to tie up the game. The foul comes against number 25, Mullins, her first personal. Team's second of the quarter.
Now checking into the game is Morgan for Smith.
Shot is no good. They'll go out of bounds. Off the Teutons. Nope. Off the Lady Warriors. I guess. Nope, off Inman. I thought I saw the referee signal the other way for some reason. Passes in to Balzer, over to Mullins. Goes passes around, it'll go out of bounds. Ball is intended for Thiessen and poked out by the Lady Teutons. We have Beverland set to pass it in from the sideline. Goes to Balzer.
Balzer dribbling around, passes over to Beverland, back to Balzer. Balzer now coming off the screen. Once does pass to Thiessen. Thiessen pass inside to Morgan is picked off by Harris. Harris will drive down and set up her offense herself. Passes over to Nichols. Nichols now to Parsons. Parsons over, with Eddie. Eddie across to Nichols. Nichols will drive, set up, pass out to Eddie. Eddie squares up, shoots, no good. Rebound Mullins.
And we have a foul.
That foul will come against number 5, Parsons.
That'll be her first personal, the team's second of the quarter. Coming in, we have Enzi in place of Thiessen. We have Mullins tossing it in from the opposite baseline. Goes to Balzer. Balzer passes over to Morgan. Morgan looking for a pass. Instead chooses to drive. Gets stopped. Her pass is blocked, and it's now in the hands of Timish. We'll take it the other direction. Passes well over to Parsons. Now with Harris. Harris driving. Gets stopped, but keeps driving. Goes up for two. It's no good, but she was fouled. The foul will come against number 1, Balzer. Her first personal, the team's third of the quarter. Sends Harris to the line to shoot 2. First one is good. Tie ball game. Second one is up and good as well. Passes into Balzer. Goes back to Mullins. Over to Enzi. Still trying to make it across the half-court line, which she does, and passes over to Balzer. Now with Morgan. Passes over to Balzer. We'll dribble. Waiting for somebody, and we'll pass over to Enzi.
Enzi now with the ball, looking for help, finds Morgan. Morgan clear across the court to Beverland, now with Balzer again. Now to Morgan. Morgan from the free throw line. It's good for 2. Timish with the ball, crosses half court. Setting up her offense, looking right, finds Harris. Harris sets up deep two, no good. Rebound Enzi. Now with Balzer. Crossing half court will be picked up by Timish, who passes, then she passes over to Enzi. Now back in the hands of Balzer, who passes over to Enzi once again. Back to Balzer.
Balzer driving, will end up passing back out to Mullins. Will go out to Enzi, who's up for three. It is good. Ball is passed into Harris, who has 15 seconds. Harris over to Parsons, back to Harris. Harris will drive, goes up for two. It's no good. Harris gets a rebound. Put back, no good. Rebound Balzer. Has 3 seconds. And she double dribbles with 1 second left for the Teutons to make something happen. Lady Teutons will get it under their own basket. Passing it in, we'll have Parsons. 1.3 seconds. Receives the basketball. And is into Harris, who goes up for two. It's good. That brings the final score at the end of the first quarter. Inman 8, Berean 10.
We will be right back in a minute. And we are back. We have Beverlin set to inbound, chooses Balzer. She passes over to Mullins. Mullins now with Morgan. Morgan hands it off to Beverlin, who backs up. And then hands it off to Balzer. And a foul against Harris. That'll be her first personal. Comes after Balzer tried to drive. Enzi inbounds to Balzer. Balzer over to Mullins. Mullins now with Morgan. Morgan to Enzi. To Balzer. Balzer.
Ball's being passed around with Morgan now. Who's dribbling. Passes out to Balzer. Will stand up near the logo and now decides to dribble. Passes over to Enzi.
Enzi now working around Fraze. Wants a shot, but has to pass it out to Balzer instead, who passes to Mullins. Mullins passes back to Balzer. The Warriors get the foul on Eddie.
That'll be your first personal, team's first of the quarter.
Balzer now with the ball. Looking, passes out to Beverlin. Beverlin over to Morgan. Morgan down low to Mullins. And her shot is blocked by Fraze. Eddie rebounds, gives to Harris, who gives to Timish. Timish now passes to Fraze in the corner. Back to Timish on the wing. Harris on the wing over to Eddie, who tried to go to Fraze, but the pass is intercepted by Morgan. Ball now with Balzer.
Balzer dribbling. Favoring the right side. Picked up by Eddie. Still dribbling. Centering herself. Still dribbling. Passes over to Beverlin, who goes over to Mullins. Now with Enzi.
Enzi driving, wants to shoot, rolls it to Mullins instead, who passes out to Beverlin, now with Balzer. Dribbling around, passes on the wing to Enzi. Enzi driving, passes out to Beverlin. Now on the hand of Balzer. On the wing, gonna drive and pass it out to Beverlin for three. No good. Rebound Eddie, who gives to Timish. Excuse me.
Timish will take it the other way. Passes out to Harris. Harris over to Eddie. Eddie will drive. Instead travel. Coming in, we have Smith and Thiessen and Nichols and Veer. Passing it in, we will have number 11, Morgan.
Morgan passes over to Balzer.
Working against Nichols. Balzer passes over to Morgan. Passes now with Smith. Passes out
To Veer.
Veer.
Veer now back at the top of the key to Balzer. Balzer passes over to Thiessen. Now with Balzer once again. Thiessen with the ball, dribbled out to the top of the key. Looking for help, finds Veer. Veer with Smith. Now over to Balzer. Balzer clear across the court to Thiessen and gave it to Fraze. Harris now with the ball, gonna pass it to Timish. Timish down low with Fraze, gonna spin, shoot, and it's good. Veer inbounds to Balzer.
We apologize for the technical difficulties with the camera.
Balzer passes it back. Her pass is jumped by Harris and given a second chance layup, and it's good. Our camera is back. Balzer passes to Smith, who tried to pass to Morgan, but it's over her head.
Coming in, we'll have Beverlin and Mullins, as well as Parsons. In place of Harris, Veer, and Smith. Timish will be tossing it in for the Lady Teutons. She'll go to Parsons. We'll pass it right back. Timish will take it across the half-court line. Pass back to Parsons. We'll go over to Taylor Fraze. We'll pass over to Timish.
Timish over to Parsons now. Like a shell drill, Brett.
Yeah.
Moving it around the arc now with Parsons. Parsons squares up for three. No good.
Harris is coming back in for the Lady Teutons. I'll be in place of Parsons.
Fraze set to inbound. She finds Morgan Fraze down low, and it's a jump ball. Possession, Teutons.
Taylor Fraze will be passing it in. She's looking for someone. We'll go to Nichols. Nichols over to Taylor Fraze in the corner. She's up for three. It's no good. Rebound, Timish. Passes over to Harris, but it'll go out of bounds. It'll be Lady Warrior basketball.
Mullen set to inbound for the Warriors and does to Balzer, who makes a long pass to Beverlin, who passes back to Balzer.
Balzer will stand up the top of the court, now dribbling. Passes over to Thiessen. Thiessen looking for somebody, working against Nichols. They're standing against Nichols. And the ball will be poked out by Timish. He'll take it and go for a layup. It is good. Ball is passed into Balzer.
Balzer makes a long pass over to Morgan. Morgan drives, gathers herself and passes out to Thiessen. Now with Beverlin. Beverlin to Balzer. Near the logo, trying to set up her offense.
Passes over now with Beverlin. Back to Balzer. Balzer down low to Mullins. Back to Balzer. Will drive. Pass over to Mullins. Shoot up for two. It's no good. Harris gets the rebound and will take it the other way. She'll pass to the back of Nichols' head. And it'll go out of bounds. Berean basketball. Passing it in. It'll be number 25, Mullins. We'll go to Balzer. Balzer passes to Morgan.
And Morgan now back to Balzer. Over in the corner with Mullins. Now to Morgan. Morgan for two, no good. Rebound, Mullins, and her shot is no good.
That time Morgan Fraze gets the rebound and she'll pass it over to Harris. Toss it to Timish. Timish dribbling. Looking for somebody. Goes over to Nichols. Back to Timish. Timish looking for somebody. Goes to Harris. Nearly poked out by Balzer. Harris now driving. Goes up. No good. Rebound Balzer. Little dribble along the left baseline. Little overhead pass over to Morgan, who goes up for two. But she traveled in the process, so it'll be no good. Just under a minute and a half left in the first half. Timish with the basketball. Gets to the other side of the court. Passes over to Nichols. It is tipped, but she still gets a hold of it. And we have a timeout from the Lady Teuton bench. It'll be a 30-second timeout.
We will be right back. And we are back. Timish now with the ball, passes over to Eddie. Eddie, long pass to Fraze, nearly over her head, but reined in. Eddie at the top of the key, gives to Timish. Timish back to Eddie. And Eddie over to Fraze. Fraze squares up for three, no good. Rebound Harris. For two, it's good. Mullins inbounds to Balzer, who passes back to Mullins, now with Morgan. Morgan nearly loses it, but gets it to Mullins, who passes to Balzer.
Got 30 seconds remaining as Balzer is still standing and now dribbling. Now on the left side of the court. Looking for a pass, goes to Morgan. Morgan looking to drive, goes up for two. It's good. 15 seconds for the Lady Teutons to get something figured out. Timish is taking it the other way.
Timish passes to Harris. Harris in the corner with Eddie. Eddie at the top of the key with Fraze. Fraze for three, no good.
That will bring us to the end of the first half. The score, Inman 16, Berean 12.
We will be right back in 10 minutes. And hello, check, check, check. Hello. Is it working? I can't hear. Oh, my volume's down. That's why. Okay, now we're good. My bad. We're back either way with second half action. I sound like a rookie doing that.
Perhaps. With the ball, we have Balzer.
Balzer passes to Morgan at the high post, over to Beverland, who wants a three, but tried to go to Mullins instead.
A jump ball will be the call. It'll be Inman basketball. Eddie passes in to Timish. We'll take it across the half-court line. And pass to Eddie. He's looking for a pass now. Instead goes up for three. It's no good. Rebound, Taylor Fraze, who tries to save it. And they'll bob around and we'll have a foul on number 34, Harris. It's her second personal foul, first team foul of the quarter. Passing it in, we'll have Mullins. She'll be going to Balzer. Passes back to Mullins. She's looking for a pass. Instead chooses to dribble, then passes to Morgan. Is dribbling around. Crosses the half-court line, loses the basketball. It rolls into the hands of Enzi, who will pass out to Balzer.
Balzer now with the basketball. Looks, passes to Enzi. Enzi looking for help. Thought about shooting it, passes to Mullins for an open two, and it's good. Now in the hands of Timish. Over to Eddie. Eddie across the court, intended for Fraze, but picked up by Morgan instead. Now with Balzer. The Warriors crossing half court as Balzer passes left to Enzi. Enzi now to Balzer in the corner. Balzer clear across the court to Beverland. Beverland now to Morgan. Morgan squares up for two. It's good.
That basket will tie up the ball game. Timish receives the inbound from Harris. Timish taking it to the left side. Instead passes over to Eddie. Goes over to Harris. Harris looking for somebody. Goes to Timish. Timish goes up for two. It's no good. And we'll have a foul on the Lady Teutons. It'll be their second team foul, and it'll come against number 14, Eddie, her second personal. Nichols is joining the Teuton lineup in her place. Ball is passed into Balzer. Now it's with Mullins, who goes over the head of Morgan, and it'll go out of bounds. Passing it in will be Taylor Fraze. She goes to Timish.
Timish now crossing the half-court line over to Nichols. Nichols gives to Harris. Harris at the top of the key, setting up her offense. Passes right to Timish. Timish now in the hands of Fraze. Fraze to Nichols.
Nichols passes over to Harris. Over to Taylor Fraze. Goes to Harris, who goes up for three. It is no good. Rebound, Nichols, who kind of loses it, and it'll go out to Timish. We'll go back down to Nichols, and it's poked out of bounds. It'll stay in basketball. Taylor Fraze will be passing it in. She goes into Harris. Over to Morgan Fraze. Who's looking for somebody. Goes over to Nichols. Nichols dribbling. Looking for a pass. Goes over to Harris. Harris standing with the basketball. Now dribbling. Passes over to Taylor Fraze. He's looking for a pass. Goes over to Nichols. Nichols driving. Goes up for two. It's no good. Rebound. Morgan Fraze. Who goes up for two. It was no good. Rebound. Mullins. And we have a foul. It's a call. That'll be the third team foul against the Lady Teutons. And it will be coming against number 00, Nichols. her second personal foul. Balzer receives the inbound. Looking for somebody to pass it to, goes over to Mullins. Mullins trapped, goes over to Morgan. Morgan crosses the half-court line. Passes over to Beverland. Now back out to Balzer, who's up for three. That's good. Timish receives the inbound. Looking for pass, goes over to Taylor Fraze. Full drive. Pass out to Morgan Fraze, who goes up for a free throw shot. No good. Ball is rolling. Ends up in the hands of Beverland. Ball will be passed to Balzer, who is then fouled. That'll be the fourth team foul against the Lady Teutons so far this quarter, and it'll be Harris's third personal foul. Checking in for the Lady Teutons, we have Parsons and Eddy in place of Harris and Taylor Fraze. Passes into Balzer.
Balzer now across the court to Morgan. Morgan picked up by Parsons as she passes to Balzer. And a timeout will be called by the Warriors. And it is a full timeout, which means we will be back in a minute. And we are back. Enzi inbounds to Balzer. Balzer trap, passes to Enzi. And a foul will be called against Timish.
That'll be the fifth foul against the Lady Teutons this quarter. It means Berean will be shooting two. Comes against number 15, Timish, her first personal. And that sends Enzi to the line to shoot two. First free throw is up and no good. Receives the ball for the second. It's up and no good as well. And we have another foul called. They'll send the Lady Warriors to the line to shoot two. It'll be against number 0, Nichols, her third personal foul. There's Mullins at the line to shoot two. First one is up and no good. Receives the ball for the second. That one falls. Passes into Timish. Takes it across that court line.
Drives down the floor, passes to Fraze. Fraze over to Parsons. Parsons to Nichols. Nichols over to Eddy. Eddy now with Parsons once again. Parsons to Eddy to Nichols. Nichols now with Timish. Timish wants to go down low to Parsons, but there was a Warrior in the way, and a foul will be called on number 1 Balzer.
That'll be her second personal foul, the first team foul of the quarter. Coming in for the Lady Teutons, we have Taylor Fraze and Harris in place of Timish and Nichols. Eddie will be passing it in. She goes to Harris. Harris dribbles, passes out to Eddie, who's up for three. And we have a push foul. And it'll come against number 25, Mullins. Her second personal foul, second team foul of the quarter. Eddie looking to pass it in. Goes out to Taylor Fraze. Over to Parsons. Up for three. It's no good. Rebound, Balzer. He's trapped in the corner. Gets a pass out somehow to Beverlin. Now with Morgan. Passes over to Balzer. Balzer across to Enzi. Going down low. Passes over. Intended for Mullins, and it'll go with Beverlin. Now with Balzer. Near the logo. Still standing there. Now passes over to Enzi.
Enzi now back to Balzer. Over on the wing with Beverlin, now in the corner to Morgan. Back to Beverlin, now with Balzer once again. Over in the corner to Enzi, jumper, no good. Rebound Parsons. Parsons is driving, passes over to Eddie. And Eddie will shoot, and it is no good. It is off the Teuton and Warrior ball.
Mullins will be passing it in. She goes to Balzer. Balzer passes it over to Beverlin. He's looking for a pass now and goes to Balzer. Balzer dribbling. Passes over to Enzi. Enzi dribbling. Passes to Morgan. Morgan driving. And she'll be fouled. That'll be the third personal foul from Eddie. And it will send Morgan to the line to shoot two. First free throw is up and no good. As Timish is coming in for the Lady Teutons in place of Harris. Never mind, in place of Eddie. Sees the ball for the second free throw. And that one goes. Harris passes into Timish. 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. 5-point ball game, passes over to Harris.
Harris now in the corner to Fraze. Fraze saves the ball, passes to the other Fraze, and it's good for two. Mullins inbounds to Balzer. Balzer, long pass to Morgan across the half-court line, now with Balzer. Balzer passes over to Enzi. Enzi now to Morgan in the corner. Morgan back to Balzer. Balzer driving, dishing out to Morgan. Pass was to her feet as she tried to find Mullins, but it's in the hands of Timish. Timish sets up her offense, passes out to Parsons. Parsons back to Timish. Timish over to Parsons. Parsons wants to go down low, does to Fraze, and it's good for two. And the foul. Taylor Fraze will be going to the line to shoot her and one.
That comes against number 11, Morgan, her first personal. The third Berean foul as Smith checks in her place. Taylor Fraze with a chance to tie it up. And it goes. It's a tie ball game. Ball's passing to Balzer. Balzer passes over. It ends up with Parsons, who goes up for a layup. It's good, and she was fouled. That'll be the fourth team foul against the Lady Warriors. And it comes against number 25, Mullins. That would be her third personal foul. Coming in, we have Nichols and Morgan. I'll be in place of Harris and Smith. Parsons' free throw is good. Brings the Lady Teutons to 24 points. Ball passed into Balzer. Balzer passes over. Goes intended for Morgan, and it'll be batted out of bounds by Timish. It'll remain Berean basketball with Beverland set to pass it in. Under a minute to go in the third quarter.
She does pass it into Balzer. Balzer now passes left to Enzi, to Morgan in the corner. Morgan, long pass over to Balzer, now with Beverland. And a travel is the call. Parsons inbounds to Timish. Timish crosses half court, finds Fraze. Fraze over to Nichols. Nichols back to Timish. Timish sets up for three, no good.
It'll go out of bounds. It'll be Berean basketball with 22.8 seconds left in the third quarter. Passing it in, we'll have Mullins. Passes into Balzer. Back to Mullins. Back to Balzer. Never mind, it'll go over her head and out of bounds. Inman basketball. Coming into the Lady Teutons, we have number 14, Eddie. And that'll be in the place of Nichols. Parsons will be passing it in with 17 seconds on the clock. Goes to Timish. Back to Parsons. Parsons over to Eddie. Eddie looking for somebody. And travels. 9.4 seconds on the clock for Berean to figure something out. As we had Beverland. Nope, never mind. Mullins passing it in. She goes into Balzer. Working against Parsons. She goes up for a long three. It is no good. And the rebound, well, eventually it'd be Parsons, but time expired anyhow. Final score at the end of the third quarter, Inman.
Final score at the end of the third quarter, Inman 24, Berean 21. We'll be right back in a minute. Welcome back to fourth quarter action, live from Inman, Kansas. With Beverland set to inbound the ball. She does so to Balzer. Balzer with the ball now, passes in the corner with Thiessen. Thiessen loses it, picked up by Parsons. Parsons passes over to Harris. Harris slows down, sets up her offense. Passes to Parsons.
Parsons dribbling. Passes over to Timish. Down low to Harris. Harris over to Morgan Fraze, who can't quite rein in the ball. It'll be a jump ball. Possession will stay with the Lady Teutons. Taylor Fraze looking to pass it in. Can't find anybody, goes to Morgan Fraze, who dribbles, goes up for two, and it's good.
Teutons now up by 5. Balzer passes over to Mullins, now with Beverlin. Beverlin passes up to Morgan.
Morgan driving, passes out to Beverlin, or sorry.
To Mullins, now to Beverlin, now with Balzer.
Skipped a step.
Balzer with the ball, passes right to Beverlin. Beverlin over to Balzer. Working around the arc, passes down low to Mullins. Mullins out to Beverlin, now with Balzer for 3, no good. Rebound Fraze, who gives to Harris.
Passes over to Parsons. Dribbling, goes over to Timish. Timish looking to find somebody. So far, can't. Ball will be poked out of bounds. And the ball will go with the Lady Warriors. Coming in, we have number 21, Enzi, and that'll be in the place of Thiessen. Passing it in, we'll have Mullins. So we'll go to Balzer. Never mind. Have someone tying their shoe. Okay. Now the ball is passed into Balzer from Mullins. Goes over to Beverlin. Now it's Morgan. Morgan back out to Beverlin. Over with Balzer.
Balzer with the ball in her possession. Wants to Morgan, but passes to Beverlin instead. Beverlin down low to Mullins, and it's picked up by Parsons. And a foul will be the call. It'll go against the Warriors, number 5, Beverlin. That is her second personal foul.
It's the team's first of the quarter. Timish with the basketball, having received it from Parsons. Takes it across the court, passes over to Parsons. He's up for 3, and it's good. Ball is passed into Balzer, who goes back to Mullins. Mullins looking for somebody, dribbles and then passes to Beverlin. Beverlin over to Mullins. Mullins crosses the half-court line to Morgan.
Now with Balzer. Now over to Enzi. In the hands of Mullins, down low, passes it back out to Balzer. At the free throw line, passes it into the corner with Beverlin. And a push will be the call against number 11, Fraze, her first personal.
Balzer looking for a pass, goes in to Mullins, goes up for a shot and it's fouled. That'll be the second Teuton foul of the quarter. It'll be coming against number 11, Taylor Fraze, her second personal foul. Sends Mullins to the line to shoot 2. First shot is up and good.
Mullins' second shot is good. Harris inbounds to Timish, And Timish crosses half court. Now looking right, finds Parsons. Down low to Harris. And the foul.
Her shot was no good, but she will have 2 free throws.
That foul coming against number 11, Morgan, her second personal.
Be the team's second of the quarter. First free throw is good. Second free throw doesn't fall. Harris gets the rebound. Goes up for 2. It's no good. Rebound. Well, it'll be jump ball. It'll be Berean possession. Ball's passed into Balzer, who goes over to Mullins. Will dribble and then pass over to Beverland. Back to Mullins. Mullins over to Morgan. Morgan driving. Goes up for two. Never mind, she traveled. It'll be heading the other way. Ball is passed in to Timish. Timish over to Taylor Fraze. Back to Timish. We have a timeout from the Lady Teuton bench.
And it will be a full timeout, which means we will be right back in a minute. And we are back. We have Fraze inbounding it for the Teutons. She passes to Parsons. Now with Timish. Timish guarded closely by Beverland. She passes away to Parsons. Parsons down low to Fraze, fighting through the defender. It's picked up by Morgan Fraze. Putback's no good. Taylor Fraze's putback is also no good, and Beverland has the ball, who passes to Mullins to, that's a lot of names. Either way.
Intended for Balzer, ends up in the hands of Parsons, and she'll pass over to Harris. Harris will pass it over to Taylor Fraze. Thought about the shot, but will instead drive and pass out to Parsons. We'll back pedal. Waiting for the offense to develop, and we'll pass over to Taylor Fraze. He's looking for a pass. Goes over the head of Morgan Fraze, and it'll be out of bounds. Berean basketball.
Mullins now with the ball, passes right to Beverland. Now back to Mullins. Mullins to Beverland, passes intercepted nearly by Harris, but picked back up by Beverland. Then to Balzer, now with Morgan, back to Balzer. Trying to set up her offense, calling a play.
Balzer dribbling to the left, goes down low to Morgan. He's driving, working against Taylor Fraze. His shot is blocked and into the hands of Timish. Will slow down, taking it the other way. Parsons.
Passes over to Parsons, now back with Harris. Harris over to Fraze. Fraze passes it over to Parsons. Teutons now trying to kill as much time as possible on this possession, passing it around.
Parsons will pass over to Harris. Harris will pass over to Parsons. Parsons goes to Morgan Fraze. Passes out to Harris. Harris dribbling, working against Balzer. Will pass over to Taylor Fraze. Taylor Fraze working against Morgan, passes out to Parsons. Parsons trying to find somebody. dribbling. Working again, now she'll pass over to Taylor Fraze. Back over to Parsons. Parsons hands it off to Harris. Harris will hand it off to Taylor Fraze. Taylor Fraze will hand it off to Harris. We'll pass it to a wide open Parsons. We'll back pedal. Passes over to Timish. Thought about the shot. Attempts to drive and will be fouled by Beverly.
The Teutons nearly knocking off a minute and a half off the clock.
Will be the third team foul from Berean. Third from Beverly as Smith takes her place. Nope, sorry, the place.
Berean will take a full timeout, which means we will be right back in a minute. And we are back.
Passing it in was Taylor Fraze, and then it'll end up in the hands of Morgan, who will take it, pass over to Balzer, crosses half-court line, driving, passes out to Thiessen, but it's picked up by Parsons. We'll pass over to Harris. We'll cross the half-court line. We'll drive, pass over to Morgan Fraze. Goes up for two. It's no good, but she was fouled in the process. Be the fourth team foul from Berean. It'll come against number one, Balzer, her third personal. Morgan Fraze at the line to shoot her first of two free throws.
It's okay, Brett.
Words are tough.
The first one is up and good. Brings the Teutons to an 8-point lead over the Warriors. The second one is no good. Rebound Morgan. He passes over to Balzer. Balzer with the ball. Passes to Morgan. Morgan from the free throw line for two. No good. Rebound Harris.
Harris with a minute and a half to go. Passes to Timish. Who will be fouled by Beverly. The
And
15th
that
foul
is, thank you, Brett.
from Berean. That'll be the fourth foul from Beverly. Timish receives the ball for her first free throw. That is no good. Second one is good. Passes in for Morgan. Goes over to Balzer, who attempts to go to Thiessen, but it'll go out of bounds. Lady Teuton basketball. Parsons. Looking to pass it in to someone. Goes over to Timish. Timish crosses half-court line and is fouled by Balzer. That'll be the fourth personal foul from Balzer.
And it'll send Timish to the line once again, shooting two. Her shot is up and no good. The first one, that is.
Leaves the ball for the second.
The second one is up and good.
Balzer passes over to Beverland. Beverland over to Morgan. Morgan driving, loses the basketball into the hands of Morgan Fraze, who passes out to Parsons.
Parsons
Pass
now
to
with Timish. Timish driving down the floor, passes to Morgan Fraze, who shot it up for two and no good. And saved by the Warriors into the hands of Fraze.
She'll pass to Harris, who will pass it right back.
Fraze now killing time. Passes to Parsons. Parsons now with Fraze. Back to Parsons.
Parsons will be fouled on the handoff to Harris.
That foul will come against number 1, Balzer, and that will be her 5th personal.
Coming in at her place will be, well, they haven't decided yet.
Number 33, Teuton.
First free throw is good. 34 points now for the Lady Teutons.
Second one is no good. Rebound Morgan as she passes out to Thiessen. Thiessen now back to Morgan. Driving, losing the ball, nearly out of bounds. Gets it to Harris.
Intended for Smith. Harris will pass to Timish. He'll go down to Morgan Fraze, who will pass over to Taylor Fraze, who's up for two. It's good.
And Fraze caught a bloody nose. So coming in for the Teutons is 00 Nichols.
Pass in, goes to Beverland. Back to Morgan. We'll run out the clock.
And the final score is Inman 36, Berean 23. Thank you for tuning in tonight. We have Devin Penner running the camera, Brett Jarek, as well as myself, Carson Sherling, commentating. Our next game will be Saturday at to be determined in Moundridge, Kansas. Thank you for listening, and hopefully we can film it for you on Saturday. Thank you for listening, and good night.